joining us here at your Norway Pavilion at Dubai. Would you please explain to us what is the pavilion all about? I mean, it's about sustainable ocean solutions, so perhaps elaborate a little bit.
Yeah, Norway's focus here is put on the ocean. We are quite unique actually when it comes to Expo. We are the only nation that is putting focus on the ocean, solely on the ocean. And it's the sustainable use of the ocean which is the key focus for us, where we present sustainable technology, sustainable solutions for the oceans, provided by Norwegian companies or by Norwegian companies in cooperation with others.
And Dag, Dag mentioned to us earlier that you've had even some of that technology here in Dubai about some salmon farming and so forth already with some of the ocean technology as well.
Yeah, of course, you know, salmon farming is an important part of the Norwegian business sector, and it's a fast growing sector as well, as the oil and gas sector is going down in terms of revenue and export income. Of course, we need to replace that with another business, and salmon farming is one of them. So we think that within some years we might see we might multiply today's turnover by 5 or 6 in some years to come, as we are moving offshore with that technology and onshore. And when talking about onshore, this sector, this business is becoming more and more interesting also for countries like the UAE, for Saudi Arabia, for Iran, and for this region as a whole. But also the offshore sector is interesting to this region in the long run.
Yeah,
sure.
Now, Ole, what has your experience, the Norwegian Norway experience, been here at the pavilion, and what key messages have you managed to convey to the spectators and to the guests coming in?
We are putting the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals in focus. So whatever solution that we are presenting here is linked to one or several of the UN SDGs. And we, of course, you know, we are talking about the green shift. The green shift when it comes to the oil and gas sector, the green shift in the maritime sector, and also the green shift when it comes to the fisheries and aquaculture sector.
Yeah.
And here there are so many industries, so many technologies involved. The other day we had a conference on space technology, and then you may wonder why space when you talk about ocean. We're talking about ocean monitoring and control. It's weather forecast. We can detect illegal fishing. We can get an overview of the marine transport, security when it comes to the marine transport and operations, harbor operations, and more.
Yeah.
And are we correct? That's the theme when you go to the pavilion, takes you from the ocean to space and then back through. Is that correct?
We start at the seabed, where we look into the history of Norway when it comes to the oil and gas industry and the developments we have done. We say that if something works in our harsh and wild climate, it will work anywhere.
Yeah.
And so we start actually with the oil and gas industry. When Norway discovered the oil in 1969, we knew little about that industry. We learned from others, and we also have a long tradition when it comes to shipbuilding and offshore and marine operations, which helped us to develop fast. And now we are actually in the lead when it comes to the sustainable development of that sector. And then we move up to the ocean surface when we look into new technologies, ocean, let's say energy. We need more energy, and some of that energy can be taken from the ocean. That be wave energy, solar, floating solar, or wind energy, ocean wind energy, where we've used the technology gained from the oil and gas sector to develop the ocean energy sector. Then we go up to space, already mentioned, then back to the ocean, where we're looking, have a glimpse into the future. What may the future bring? What are the technologies and solutions that we may see within the near future? And there are so many technologies and solutions in the far future that we have not seen yet.
Yeah.
So this is just to give a glimpse of what may happen.
Yeah. So with that glimpse, I've just seen outside of your pavilion the whale and the plastic pollution. So it says that the plastic there will be more plastic pollution than the fish themselves by 2050. How do we how do we actually get that message through across to the everyday
You saw
people?
the fish. It was not a whale. It was a fish.
It was a fish, yeah.
It was a fish. And of course, you know, the awareness is just to put the awareness on the agenda. People need to be aware, and to combat ocean waste and ocean plastic, we need to do something with the heads of people. You know, we need to find solution. We need to find an alternative to the plastics, and that's not only a matter for the business sector. It could be for the universities. It could be especially for the young people now that are growing up and have sustainability very clear in mind, more than we had when we were at the same age.
Yeah.
And so to find substitutes for the plastic, and also ways of ensuring that plastic does not end up in the ocean. That can be a lasting solution. Collecting plastic from the ocean, plastic that's already there, that's not a lasting solution. That's just in order to let's say take care of what has ended there already.
Yeah.
But to find a lasting solution, we need to find alternatives.
And Ole, something unique about your pavilion, you've got queue entertainers. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the queue entertainers is unique and a unique concept, and that's in order to let's say to prepare the visitors for what will happen inside the pavilion, so that when they come into the pavilion, they have loaded our app. We have a separate Norway app for this pavilion, so that they can let's say gain more information. You know, we have a lot of trigger points inside. They can go with the app and open up those trigger points. But it's also a way of let's say entertaining them, so to ensure that the queuing time becomes slightly shorter, so that also when they are leaving the pavilion, they have gained more. They know more about Norway. They know more about the Norwegian business sectors, especially the ocean business sectors, and so no, it's fantastic. You know, and we have a fantastic crew of guides. You know, they are so used to using a microphone and walking around and entertain people, asking them Q&As in the queue and so on. Is fantastic.
Yeah.
But the key reason for having them is to prepare them for what they will experience inside.
Yeah, maximum benefit of the experience. Yeah.
So just lastly, Ole, I just want to ask you, Norway is the trailblazer when it comes to sustainable ocean solutions. Now, for the last 6 months, by conveying that message here at Dubai Expo, would you say that you've got the other countries' support on board when it comes to understanding that?
Yeah, we have gained a lot of, let's say, what shall I say, awareness from others. You know, they're coming to us and they're aware that Norway has put this focus, and also visitors coming here. We receive a lot of positive feedback that when it comes to our pavilion. What's important for us also when we have a pavilion here, when people have visited the Norway Pavilion, 1 week later they should remember that, oh, Norway Pavilion, that was the ocean team. Yeah. And some pavilions sort of say, but I guess that 1 week later they don't see one pavilion from the other, because they all present so many topics.
Mm.
So that was one of the reasons why we were trying to single out one key topic. But of course, ocean business stands for 80% of Norwegian exports.
Yeah.
So it goes without saying that should be our key focus.
Yeah.
But the key objective for us to raise that topic as a theme for our participation is to raise the awareness of Norway as an ocean nation, and also to ensure that we are strengthening our position as a world leading ocean nation.
Yeah.
So that's the key objective of our presence. But when we are here, when we bring Norwegian companies here, Norwegian solutions here, Norwegian technology here, we also hope to open up for business opportunities for those who are providing those technologies and solutions in this region.
And has that been successful, sorry?
You know, things take time. You know, you need to position yourself. Then you are invited to a dialogue and so on. But already we have among our partners, some of them have already started making business based on their let's say, presence and partnership with our project there. So I'm very optimistic when it comes to that opportunity.
Well, congratulations. I think the pavilion itself it's really well put together, and the business objectives are clear. But I think really importantly, the mindset shift, and even speaking with yourself and Dag and the team very briefly here today, it's really important to change the way that people think about the ocean, but also to create that dialogue that you talked about as a topic for everyone going home across the dinner table can talk about the SDGs and especially the ocean.
Thank you very much. And of course, you know, the ocean is so important for the future life on this planet. You know, ocean is producing more than 50% of the oxygen we breathe.
Yeah.
If we are not managing the ocean well, we are in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's
well,
what we're going to do.
Yeah, incredible stats. Just listening to the guides and again your team, yourself, like that's a mind-blowing stats about the ocean that most people are unaware of.
And today we are passing 400,000 visits to our pavilion, which is quite unique, I would say, with the way we are doing it, because we keep their attention for approximately 30 minutes. 10 minutes average in the queue, and 20 minutes inside.
Yeah.
And there are not many pavilions at the Expo that are able to keep their visitors attention for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But here they have no choice. You keep them in the queue for 10 minutes, and when we bring them inside, we lock the door and we keep them there for 30 minutes before we allow them to leave again. Which is then of course we hope that their mindset have changed a little bit. It doesn't have to change that much in order to make a difference.
Yeah. There's a bit of an impact.
Yeah. So we hope that we hope we have an impact in that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Import Export TV, and look forward to seeing more and more innovation coming out of Norway in the future.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ole.